Happy Mother's Day. Oh, that was weird. I started the video and it was frozen. The picture was frozen until a moment after. So I'm going to go over what they were talking about. I'm going to just tell you I said in the previous video I'm going to start a new series, not just their admission, but what I think they're thinking in making these admissions, meaning they make admissions to manipulate. So how they're trying to manipulate me by making this admission. So one admission that they made was that they wanted to go over what happened in my childhood to clear up the fact that somebody, and I won't name the person's name, isn't lying. It's a big lie because you wouldn't have to clear up things in my childhood had you been doing this to me all the time. That's when I said the it started with the first lie. So they admitted that they weren't recording it because wait, I can't say this. There are sometimes when they hate when I laugh, but I'm human and I think sometimes the laughter is not just because it's stupid and it's irrational, but because it makes me feel a little bit better. I'm trying to say this with a straight face. They said they didn't want to record it back then because they were suggesting bad things for me to do as a child. So if if they recorded it, they would have proof that they were the ones suggesting bad things for me to do as a child. But I'm asking them, if you said I did these bad things, wouldn't you want to record it as the blackmail that you tried to create anyway? So you wouldn't have to record yourself suggesting it. You would just have to record me doing it. So why I think they made this admission is to manipulate me into feeling that I have to give them proof that they weren't doing it that way, so that then they can use the proof that I give them to twist it and create a lie that I did such and such. So it seems like someone just said yep, and that's a human. You know how I keep saying that this is no you this is this isn't using the computer. It's a human, because a human does that. What I'm saying is this was supposed to create an AI non-human system. Why are we still at the human stage? Well, the reason I think it was still at the human stage is because they couldn't do this without the humans. What I'm explaining, and I think I said this a while ago, and they're talking about something along the lines of they couldn't really create it that way. I think it's something worse. I think that what they could create was on this level, and what they're trying to create is on this level. It's supposed to be like God. I hate, I don't want to get into the whole thing, but there is no way a human being can be, and they just said, you know, I don't want to say exactly it because again, I don't trust them. But there's no way a human can put him or herself in the place of God. And my point becomes, why are they admitting this? Is because if they were doing it the way they're doing it now, where they can kind of say, oh, on this date you did such and such, you said such and such, and it's not accurate, but it's not inaccurate, then if they could have done that in the 70s and 80s and they can't do it now, there's a problem. And they said they caught us. If that's a secret message, then it's no longer secret. I'm going to add every group I can on Twitter, not Twitter, excuse me, YouTube, so that they know if that's a secret message, there's no secret message. But if they can't do it today in 2025, then how could they have done it back when they claimed? And they keep admitting the truth, which is that they were using people's stories and people got it wrong. And partly why it's important that you know that people got it wrong now and they were getting it wrong back then is because that's how they said the blackmail. I guess they caught the blackmail. Maybe I'm just going to put that together. Maybe that's what they're trying to tell the world. They caught them doing the blackmail. Probably. Probably. And when it didn't work for me, then some of their other victims probably said, well, let me think. If I was, they keep talking about things that happened in the 80s when I could have been, like I said, I was 5 in 79. So from 79 until December of 1989 when I turned 16, anything between that time, I was a kid and I wasn't doing anything wrong. So when they're trying to create these stories and twist it to make it seem like I did something wrong, how many decades of twisting? I'm 51 years old. I, I, I'm 51. How many decades of twisting would you have to do? So they said something really big. My arm is hurting. I told you last night when I had the thing, they were talking about my shoulder. My arm hurts, which would have been a symptom of something else. And I need to tell you that. If you are going through this, please, and I think they're trying to say the same thing, call a medical professional. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not in any way telling you don't go to a doctor or seek a medical help, because if you have these symptoms, you should. And I need to say that. I'm going to cut this video right now because I think that's the most important thing to say. They say when I think I said something important, I cut the video. Well, I'll do it today. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you.